Tonight, 30 National Guard members will arrive at Erlanger in the next 24 hours to provide relief to the overwhelmed staff. They will serve in non-clinical roles at Erlanger Baroness and East hospitals for the next 2 weeks. Now, patients going to the hospital for reasons other than COVID tell us doctors are having a hard time finding a place for them. One man shares his mother-in-law's experience trying to find a bed at the hospital. Liam Collins joins us live from Erlanger with her story. Liam?
David, he hopes that sharing this story will convince more people to get vaccinated and relieve some of the pressure that hospitals like Erlanger have been under. Pat Buckley's mother-in-law is doing just fine now, but he says had her stroke been any worse, he's just not sure what would have happened to her.
I don't think people in Chattanooga realize just how many stories like mine are going on right now, every day.
Stories like Pat Buckley's mother-in-law, who was waiting on MRI results to find out just how bad a stroke she had was. Buckley says her doctor wanted to keep her at Erlanger downtown while those results came back, but
there were no beds available, not one.
So she was transported back to where she was admitted at Erlanger North. The stroke only turned out to be minor, and he says she wouldn't have had to stay anyways. But Buckley is worried about what could have happened had her stroke been more severe.
You know, what happened to all the people on Sunday who had a car accident, a heart attack, other stroke victims? Are they getting the care?
According to the Tennessee Hospital Association, Chattanooga area hospitals only had 6 adult ICU beds available last week. Hospitals across the state also surpassed records of ICU patients set during the COVID surge earlier this year. At least 97% of COVID hospitalizations are people who aren't vaccinated.
The problem is unvaccinated people. It's that simple. If it was more severe, what would the scenario have been? Well, it likely would have been we would have had to have left the city.
And potentially, he says, risk valuable minutes of treating what could have been a life-threatening stroke for his mother-in-law.
I don't know what it's going to take to break through for people, but, maybe hearing this. Now, an Erlanger spokesperson did tell me that patients determined to be in need of that critical care would have been transported to another hospital with more space. They're also asking for the public's patience and compassion as they deal with yet another massive COVID surge. Live in Chattanooga, Liam Collins, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.